think I've been after certainty all my life, but I can't be sure. I come from a long line of certain people. My grandfather was certain the doctors had killed my grandmother and were trying to kill him. They finally got him in 2008. My mom was certain God had healed her of her cancer. In fact, God appeared to her in a dream and told her so just a few months before she died. My dad was certain that his Amway business would give him the financial freedom that he always wanted. In fact, he was certain about Herbalife, NSA, Shackley, the gold mine, MVM, and anything his friend Elias was cooking up. My dad was certain about everything. Soccer was a communist sport. My college education was turning me into a liberal. Jesus was a Reformed Baptist. And Tulip explained everything I needed to know about the gospel. Growing up without a dad and being raised in the Marine Corps and by his football coach certainly shaped my dad into the man that he was. Being raised by him certainly affected me. While we're not completely a product of our DNA and our environment, we certainly don't fall far from the tree where we first budded. I've been in half a dozen multi-level marketing businesses. I've invested in a number of sure things that were quick ways to lose money. I've had the contagious optimism to lead my family and friends on many of these ventures by the sheer power of earnest belief. I've been sincere and sincerely wrong. That brings me to the subject of this book, certainty. I've pursued it. I've held it in my own hands. I've lost it again and again. I've believed and disbelieved enough to question everything that I thought I knew. How many times have I been certain that something was so, only to find out that it wasn't? This leads me to the big, scary question that's always been running in the background of my operating system, but only recently has been allowed on the screen of my mind. It feels naughty even to say it out loud. What if the big stuff is uncertain? What if the things I hold most dear and believe so strongly turn out to be wrong? What if there is no God? What if the Bible isn't reliable? What if my faith is wishful thinking? What if I'm simply wrong about this, like I was about so many other things? The question this book will explore is this: how does faith work after certainty is no longer an option? For certain people, this book is a waste of time. If you're certain of what you believe and never have doubts, please close the book now and save yourself the emotional roller coaster. The last thing I want is to make anyone doubt what they believe. Some people seem to have unwavering faith and unflinching certainty. I admire you, but this book is not for you. This book is for those of you, like me, who are afraid that you are the double-minded, doubting man that James spoke of when he said, "He who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. That man should not think that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all he does." James 1, 6-8. I only wish that didn't describe me so well. I guess the other type of person who would hate this book are those who can't stand the idea of listening to the teaching of such a man described above. I understand. I love people who are clear and certain, black and white, right and wrong, true and false. I've never had the luxury of seeing things that way, and I've never actually experienced those clear divisions within my own person. I am a sinning, doubting, hopeful, holy, lusting, selfish, spiritual, deceptive, loving, greedy, faithful Christian pastor who desperately wants to be liked and doesn't care what you think. If you need a hero, look elsewhere. I'm a guy trying to figure out what to do after certainty. You're welcome to join me.